no one here in this lobby's bad. Someone may have just had a bad game or something. He got really angry at me. I was like, let's just spread some positivity.
It's all about the positivity and the perspective.
Always.
It really is.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? SwasAye back with another episode of Rocket League Decision Making, the series where we look at some key moments that happen in a game, get to know a great player, and today we have the one and only Meat and Greek. He is a Champ 2 player with just over 1,300 hours, and what's even crazier about that, Champ 2, he has a quarter of that time, maybe more, into casting, and he is part of the Rival Esports organization and does a bunch of casting for them. Meat and Greek, how are you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, SwasAye.
Question number one, let's jump into it. We've got some easy ones off the bat. What type of game modes do you prefer? Ones, twos, threes? Are you a fan of the weird playlist or something traditional?
So I've almost exclusively played threes. I love the extra game modes playlist because I don't really care about my rank in those. So I love playing those with my friends. Doubles is fun, but I just can't get enough threes, especially because I watch so much Rocket League, and that's like the standard game mode, and it just feels more competitive.
Into question number two, what is your overall style in Rocket League?
Oh my gosh, ball chaser. I think my style is pretty conservative, I would argue. Whenever I like solo queue into a match or something and I don't know the players that I'm playing with, I try to play a little more defensively because I assume that maybe someone's going to make a mistake. Maybe I don't really play too far up. If my teammates are really gunning for the ball and they're going up in the air and they're confident, I let them do the work. Because I know if I try to get in their way, only disaster can happen, like double commits, sometimes even triple commits if we want to get a little spicy.
Okay. Do you feel like your style has changed over time?
Yeah, absolutely. When I first started playing this game, I was definitely just the kind of person who like sees the ball, like, all right, I gotta hit this ball. Like, I need to do anything in my power to hit this ball. Like, I try to think about, like, all right, so if I followed my own advice, I would be like amazing at this game. But like, what I try to do is that I try to see which touch of the ball would be the most beneficial for the team, and then I try to do that. Whether it's like a pass centered or a shot towards the net or some flick to maybe pop the ball over like an offender to keep him out of our net or something. I always try to make every touch count, especially in close games where you can often find yourself like going on like 3 to 4 minutes and no one's scoring a goal yet, and you just know one mistake is what separates you from defeat.
Number three, do you warm up before you play? If so, how?
Okay, so what I found myself actually doing to warm up, because I used to never warm up, but then I just started solo queuing at a drop shot, and I would use that as my warm up, because in drop shot I'm allowed to ball chase, I would argue, a whole lot, and
agreed.
The pseudo unlimited boost is fantastic, and it's great to warm up and get those aerial touches in before I like start queuing and do like a normal game. Like right now, even as we're talking, I'm in training mode, but I'm in the drop shot map and I'm just chasing this ball around.
Question number four. This might be the easiest one. Do you do training? Is it primarily free play? Do you ever do packs, to workshops? Is there anything you recommend? Because I imagine that you do some training.
I do sometimes dabble in the training mode. Anything I do recommend are any whey proteins training packs. I saw my DreamHack. I forgot to tell him how much those meant to me, but he's a cool dude and he makes some really good stuff, and I think it's a healthy mix of both the packs and free play can really like get things going.
Shout out to you, Whey Protein. Totally agree. He has phenomenal training packs. Question number 5. This is a gimme for Meat and Greek. Do you ever watch anyone else play Rocket League?
Oh, not at all. Absolutely watch everyone play Rocket League. Whether it's like personally on their stream or in tournaments, like are you talking more about like watching someone stream?
So I normally kind of break it off into, do you occasionally watch Twitch, or is there like certain people on YouTube that stick out? But with how much you watch Rocket League, I figured I'd just let you answer however you wanted to.
when I go to Twitch to watch Rocket League, I actually, for the most part, I don't really I don't really go on Twitch to watch Rocket League for the gameplay, except for tournaments, of course. Like tournament streams, I'll watch those, or like RLRS, RLCS. But if I want to go to Twitch and watch someone playing Rocket League, I'm usually going to watch someone more for their content. Like, Dazarin. Kamara has awesome content. He always manages to like get the coolest people on his stream, and he gives really awesome interviews too, and knows how to switch things up. I think this is a call out post to like all my friends who don't stream. Hey guys, please stream so I can watch you and support you.
Let's jump into some tougher questions though. Number 6, Meet and Greek. What got you into Rocket League?
Is I played soccer in high school. I saw this game and I was like, oh man, it's like soccer, but with cars. Oh, I'm gonna play this game.
Guilty.
And I did. Fell in love like instantly, basically. I was like, this game's going somewhere. This is gonna be fun. And like also became a game where like for the first time I felt like I was good at it.
Question number 7. This is one where people either answer immediately or it stumps them a little bit. You can only choose one.
Okay.
Mechanics or positioning? Which do you think is more important? Oh, look at that. Immediately. Do you want to explain why?
Oh, 100%. You can grind your way to champ with just positioning alone. Positioning is much more crucial because so everyone stresses all these mechanics, but they really have to understand the fluidity of the game itself and your positioning and how important that is.
Number 8. What is one thing that you wish you knew when you started out?
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is a tough one. I wish I knew to grind the game more because I feel like if I could have grinded out the same amount of hours earlier on, I would be playing at a much higher level. And I know I was just talking about mechanics and how they're not as important as positioning, but my mechanics could definitely be improved upon.
Question number 9 and then 10. These are the two big ones. These are realistically what pull everything together. What is your biggest weakness?
I have really bad awareness, I would say, in terms of figuring out where my teammates are. I can position myself well. However, I need to take into account where my teammates are trying to do. And, sometimes it's hard on solo queuing, obviously, because you can't talk to your teammates. But, like, even when I'm queuing with somebody, sometimes I might find myself, like, going a little too fast or trying something that I really shouldn't.
And then number 10. What is your biggest strength in Rocket League?
Oh, man. My biggest strength is I can figure out what the other team is bad at doing. I figure that out as the game goes on, and then I can try to exploit that. I think that's my biggest strength.
The next time you and I are talking, we will be examining 3 to 5 key moments that happened in the game that everyone just watched. Welcome back, everyone. Part 2, Rocket League decision making. Meet and Greek. We're back at it. Are you ready to look at some key moments?
I'm a little bit scared, but I'm pretty excited to roast myself.
Perfect. Let's jump into it. We're going to talk about... first thing I'm going to mention, I don't hear the locomotive boost or engine sound too often, but with you, I sure did.
I love it.
It's
fun. I think it's fun.
I honestly, it made me laugh. It did. I enjoy it.
I think trains are cool.
First moment is actually coming up pretty quickly. We're going to see it right here. I want to know what's going through your mind right now. I'm going to even give it one more second. Right here.
Right here. What I was thinking was, let's try to hit this in the corner. Maybe if I get a good hit on the ball, it'll bounce center and someone can go at it. I think that was what I was thinking in the moment, at least.
All right, let me play the clip a little bit. Did that... Did it work out the way you wanted it to?
No, not at all. It just died on the wall.
We got to get one out of the way early on. That's it right there.
Oh man, I was not happy. I was like,
what do you think could have gone differently about that?
Oh man, can we rewind it?
Oh yeah, dude. Let's head back.
So basically, from what I can see there, was Honey. Honey went. Wait, who's Honey? Wait, no, I'm orange. Oh my gosh, it's the ghost decal messing me up. All right, I need to look again. So you're behind me. Sam is to my right. I was thinking if I hit this ball off the corner, it can go further enough center and you can come in and make a shot. clearly that didn't happen.
So here's the thing about Rocket League decision making. This is the whole idea of the series and what I wanted to show people. I personally think that's a great idea. Mechanically, it didn't quite come off, right?
Oh no,
Yeah.
not at all.
But hypothetically, that decision there, top of the line, right?
Okay,
We'll go with
I
it.
appreciate
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that.
No problem. No problem. A lot of misses, a lot of sloppiness going on already. Moment number 2 is coming up here in a little bit. So the next moment is actually my favorite moment, and it's surprising at how well this went off. So right here, ball's up on the wall, or ball's slightly off the wall, right? You're up on the wall. I'm going to play it 3 more seconds, and then I'm going to ask you, what were you thinking in this scenario? So right here, what's going through your mind? You got a few guys in goal. Go.
I'm thinking right now in the moment, get that ball centered.
Perfect.
I have the ball. The people are in the goal. My teammates are there, centered. Let's do it.
So when you're coming down the wall, are you visually seeing the teammates in that scenario, or is it just muscle memory to like, hey, I should put the ball there?
I wasn't exactly searching for you guys. I was basically trusting you to be there.
Okay. All right, perfect. So let's play it out. It is a great pass middle. For some weird reason, this SwasAye guy wants to show off him scoring. Would you do anything differently in that scenario?
Can we go back? I think anything that I would do differently is, I think I would try to put it out away from the goal more, because that was pretty close.
Okay.
Actually, to them, like the defense probably could have gotten that a little better. You see, if I got around the ball a little more, I could have hit it more towards the center.
Okay.
And I could have offered more space to maybe put a shot higher into the net, like upper 90. It still went in, which is the end result, but
yeah,
there's always little ways to improve.
I feel it. I do. So moment number 3 is actually going to come up relatively quickly. It should be right about here. What's going through your mind right now?
Panic.
And this
Panic.
is panic. and then this is going to be kind of a 10-second portion. So just walk me through the next 10 seconds. Because personally, I don't want to give it away, George, being Greek, but something's going to go wrong, and then I think you did something really well, and then unfortunately, something's going to go wrong. Tell me what you're thinking while the ball's coming down, though.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need to get around. I need to rotate to the back. Perfect.
Great
I'm in
rotate.
position. Now I need to go in here. Uh-oh.
And it's just a dunk. So with that whole 10-second clip, okay, understanding that it was kind of a missed clear and missed save, it happens from time to time, right?
Yeah, but
yeah,
if I could have redone that, man, I wish I could have read that ball better and tried to like avoid that dunk. But I think I did a good job. Like, I panicked in the beginning, but I think what went well on that play was me rotating around back and keeping the rotation.
And honestly,
can we watch that again?
Yeah, of course, and that's honestly why I pulled this out, because this play is really going to not work out for us, unfortunately. This ball's going to come down. This guy gets a nice little touch right here. But the fact that as soon as you missed, you rotate, I loved that. I feel like that doesn't happen enough.
Oh, it should. Yeah, I just got dunked there.
Unfortunately, that dude said, let's go get some chicken dinner, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Moment number 4. 3 down, 4 coming up. Let me ask you this, though, while we're coming through this. How often do you watch your replays back?
Oh, man, not enough. I usually watch other people's replays.
You know, relatable. Super, super relatable. This is key moment number 4. All right, okay. So I'm gonna play one more second, and then I want you to tell me what were you thinking in this exact moment when I pause it. So not right now, but right now. What are you thinking?
Right now, not in the context, like what I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
Is this ball's in the air, my teammate is up, challenging it. I might have a teammate back on defense. Maybe I should go support, or maybe I should rotate and let my teammate in goal go for it. I'm not entirely sure what I do in this play.
All right.
I think
if I could give you an option C, what do you think option C is, looking down in that bottom right hand corner?
Oh, I'm gonna turn around and try to grab that boost.
I don't. I don't mean to bring it up,
Oh,
but
no.
we're
That's
gonna
what
go
I
for
do,
the
huh?
boost.
Oh
Unfortunately,
man,
your teammate gets dunked,
I should have went for that rotation.
and th-
Oh man, that would
and
have
that's the
helped out a
question:
lot.
is would you have done anything differently? Should
Yeah,
you?
I would have. I should have went. I should have just rotated instead of going for the boost because then would have had an extra person in net. So in challenging that attack and potentially could have gotten it clear because it wasn't like an exceptional shot. It just went by our defense because we didn't have bodies.
Yeah. Is there anything kind of like popping out to you that you're seeing so far that you don't think you would if you weren't doing this?
Man, my mechanics are real bad.
You know what? And George, the worst part of it is that we played 2 games before this, right? And both of those games, you played unbelievably well. This just happens to be the one where we have, this is the replay that we're going with, you know?
Yeah, I know. I think another thing I'm noticing is I reverse too often.
Okay.
I did that a couple times, and it leads to hesitation. If I hesitated less, I think it would have been um, a much better game for me, or a much more aggressive game as well.
We're going to see you rotate, grab some boost. This is coming down. And right here, J-Dub's coming at you hard, right? What are you seeing in this situation?
I'm saying I'm the last person back. That's going to be a shot on net. I need to get in front of that ball and make it a 50-50 instead of a free shot.
Okay, so let me give it just another quarter of a second. Right now, I have a feeling that you're gonna beat J-Dubs. Do you also have that feeling?
I have that feeling because he's using his boost to angle his car upwards, so he's not really adding much horizontal momentum or velocity. And I'm more I'm angled upwards as well, but it's towards the ball.
Okay. So right here, what's gonna happen is that ball's gonna go out to Samuel.
Samuel, yeah, Samuel, yeah.
Samuel.
Samuel.
I'm trying. Sorry, bud. So I'll ask: Did you see him? Were you looking in that scenario?
Can we go back? I think I was.
Should be right about here. Ball up.
Yep, I saw him.
Okay. All right, and that's. I mean, that's moment number 5. Did it come off how you wanted it to?
Yeah, I think the play started off. It didn't end. It didn't end with a goal, unfortunately, because our third wasn't in position. But overall,
Shots fired.
I really liked how that play fleshed out because even though that other guy, I forgot his name, was it J-Dub? Even though he was up in the air 1st, I was able to still beat him to the ball. I think that was important.
Okay. All right. We've seen 5 moments. These are the 2 important questions. This is the whole culminating event of the episode. Number 1, would you change anything?
Oh, yeah. I think there were some defensive mistakes on my part with the positioning, so I definitely would change that. I think all of our goals were positioning mistakes, except for that one where I got dunked on. That's just a one-on-one situation that I have to work on. I got to play more ones. I think once I get that squared away, it would be that probably wouldn't have happened as much. And ball control is really important too.
Yeah.
If I'm able to control where I'm placing the ball on my car / prevent dunk situations, it could really change the outcome.
I think you nailed it. I do think positioning resulted in 2 of the 3 goals. That third one, you rotated really well. That dude just went balls to the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
Absolutely
really did. So question number 2. And take a moment to think about it. Don't take a moment to think about it. But overall, are you happy with the decisions you made in this game?
Overall, yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
I think my decisions were pretty valid. I don't think I was being too selfish whenever I had the ball and I would try to go for a shot. I didn't think I was being selfish, really. Okay. I felt like when I was trying to make passes happen, even if they mechanically failed, I still had the right mentality about them, which is better than not having it. I always say that it's better to make a mechanical mistake than a mental one. because if you make a mechanical mistake, your play style kind of incorporates that possibility. So let's say you go up for a ball. Well, even if you miss, you know that your second or your third is behind you and is ready to go up for it, which gives you time to, like, hey, if you miss, you can land back down, maybe grab some boost on your way back and rotate to the end and like kind of like do that. If you make a mental mistake though, like you can be like doing like ceiling trick shots and crazy stuff like that. But if you make a mental mistake with your positioning or you get outplayed a lot, that's going to be a huge detriment to your gameplay.
Meet and Greek, George, I had a blast playing with you. I think we're going to have to do this some more because this game quite didn't show the potential that we could have. But let's get to the important thing, why you're here. Let's plug a few things. Meet and Greek, what's coming up? What do you have going? What do you want to talk about? Your Twitter, your Instagram, any events. Go for it.
Oh, man. All right. So you can catch me on the Rival Esports Twitch, twitch.tv/Rival Esports. I don't know if there's underscore in there or not.
I'll link it down below. We'll figure it out.
It's in there somewhere. And yeah, I don't really stream often, so like don't worry about like my Twitter or my Twitch or anything. But if you want to follow my Twitter, that's cool. I like to post wholesome things, and
I'll throw it in there as well. I've been following your Twitter now for 2 weeks, and I'm not disappointed. So that's for everyone out there watching. Meet and Greek, thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate it more than you know. But before we go, obviously, as everyone knows, if you made it this far into RLDM, it's time for my final thoughts. Final thoughts, here we go. Number one, positioning is so important in this game. But that does not mean that you can neglect your mechanics. We heard George talk about the two throughout the video quite a few times. Number two, study your opponent throughout the game. If you learn some tendencies, you can take advantage and exploit those. And number three, George himself is a huge part of this community. It doesn't take that much effort to get just as involved as him. Hop on Twitter, join some Discords, head to Reddit, and that is more than enough to get you involved into the Rocket League community. Big thanks to George. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, comment about anything and everything down below, and if you'd like to see more of these, subscribe. See ya.